Welcome to Between the Mics podcast, where we will talk about anything and everything. Who knows? We might talk about sports games that we're watching, what's going on in our lives outside of podcasting and streaming, motivational things that we want to share, the live streaming that we're doing, the games that we're playing, and who knows, probably some tech. But all I know is that there will be lots of laughs and great stories told. Between the mics, you have myself, known as TheAwesomeDado online, or you can just call me Mike, and my co-host, known as FlintyTDog online, or you can call him AJ. We appreciate and are excited to have you here and joining us and listening to us as we take you through our chaotic mayhem of thoughts between the mics. What is going on, gang? Welcome on into another Between the Mics podcast episode. I have the boys here with me, Flinty and Gabs. What is going on, fellas? How are you guys?
What's another day in paradise?
Another day in paradise, sun's shining, unicorns are jumping, and rainbows are flying as we bring in one of our very, very special guests. We're excited to have him here. I know that you guys have seen him and watched him on the Twitch. Welcome on in. Phantom, what's up, dude?
Man, y'all really know how to make a man blush.
Yeah, he's a big streaming guy.
All I know is I need the permission slip from your mom. Signed in and turned in.
Got him.
Oh my god.
Jeez, we haven't even make it 30 seconds into the podcast and Flinty's got shots fired.
Jesus.
I don't know. That's
about that one.
I don't know. That's the kind of podcast we're having today.
I woke up and chose violence this morning.
Have to change the title to the Phantom Roast. Jeez. Well, I guess that's the one way we could start the grilling of Phantom. Phantom,
right.
Tell us a little bit about yourself as Flinty ripped that one across the bow.
Jesus. Well, I am originally from Tennessee, born and raised there for the first 5 years. After that, I moved to a rural part of Alabama where I grew up in a small town called Mount Hope with 21 people in it. Oof. And only 2 police officers. Yeah.
They were definitely cousins.
Oh, most definitely. I'm pretty sure all of them were related. It was all one big family. I went to church with like half of them.
I was going to say, when dinner came running, the town was dark.
I could hear you could hear the town bell. That's the dinner bell over at the local church.
Literally ringing the dinner bell.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up majority of the time in Alabama up until around the age of 10. And then I had moved back to Tennessee 3 more years. It was kind of the dullest point in my life. I'll get into that later. And then, now I've moved here to North Carolina, and I've been here for the last 7 or so years, and it's been great. I've loved it ever since. Really, that's about it, other than the most interesting part being over there with Alabama. Y'all can go ahead and roast me on my rural hometown there.
Alabama.
Oh, I'm sure that we will get through all 20 other people that lived in the community except you. But if you out there in the audience were doing quick math on Phantom's timeline here, who can take a guess at how old Phantom is? We're just going to take that out. We'll get that out of the way right now. Flinty, you don't count.
I don't know how to count. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't either.
As Sir Water Buffalo over here has been smacked around a couple of times.
A little too much. Believe it or not, a little fun fact. You said it was New Hope, Alabama?
Mount Hope.
Yep.
Mount Hope? Okay. I do believe there's a video game of some serial killer shit. Based in that town, in the hills. It's not like the hills have eyes type of deal, because that's where the banjos play.
It's more like skinwalkers, or
no, it was kinda. It was kind of some type of demonic vampire type deal. I watched it on YouTube, and I do believe it sounds very familiar. Just a little fun fact: I'm actually currently scrolling through Game Pass trying to find it.
Yeah, that sounds familiar to when I lived there.
Well, I'm
True
kind of glad
story.
that no Skinwalker got you.
Turns
Hey,
out
I'm
Mount
here.
Hope's scary
I
as
wouldn't be
hell.
surprised if I was roaming around the woods with some of them. My entire childhood consisted of going wander in the woods with a couple buddies and stuff. It was so far out in rural areas. We had to go 30 minutes or 15 minutes to town, 15 minutes back. You had to race to town to get groceries and then race back with like a cooler with
Make
ice
it a
in it.
whole planning ordeal. Have to have some
Yeah.
sort of game plan.
Yeah.
You
Got like the
grounded?
board with the pictures, your plan on it, your entry, your exit. Got the
All the X's
stopwatch.
and O's.
We need all the boys to do this and all the girls to do that. We're going to the store and break.
Yeah. God, if only it was that coordinated.
Everybody synchronized their watches.
All right,
This is
lineman.
always went. It went my mother and my grandmother and all the women in the family growing up, they'd go and get the groceries. And then all of us, when we went with them, we'd always end up getting stuck in like the tool section or something else like that. I'd follow my grandfather around. He'd be like, hold on, stop. I need to go look at the tool section. And we'd be in there for like 20 minutes.
I
What you're
must
saying is y'all
be
can be trusted.
I must be old because I stop in the tool section every time I go to any store.
Oh, he's
You know,
calling
I
you
don't want to
grandpa.
get into that old topic with the young buck in here. I mean, I stop at every fishing section and tool section I see.
I'm like, oh, that's a shiny pair of pliers. I could use that.
Yep.
$3 for those pliers? Oh,
It always went from, hold on, we're just going to go look. We're just going to stop in there, going to look at a couple things, get some prices. And next thing you know, you got a shopping cart and it's filled up to the roof like Mount Everest.
Yep.
you
That's
come out
exactly
with a
how
new
it goes.
welder, a couple
Come
new
on.
sockets.
Right.
Yep.
We need these at home.
We already
I don't know
got
what we're gonna
7 of
use
them.
for.
These will come in
Yeah.
handy in the future, son. Your grandmother will understand.
Yeah, right. Don't worry, she'll be
Come
fine,
back.
boy. Just put them in the
Come
cart.
back and she's livid.
Don't ask questions.
And the
She'll
good thing
get
is,
over it.
even if she was livid, it was too far to take it back to the store.
Yeah.
Don't halfway through the ride, honey. You know what happened? Whenever we take the groceries in, don't be mad.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it was
Don't look
strategically, it was
inside the
terrible.
box.
For where we lived, strategically, it was terrible. It was a good 30 minutes to go get groceries, and then it was like another 15 minutes to go get gas. My mother, when growing up, my mother had to travel like an hour and a half to work every day, there and back. It was terrible.
Jesus.
Yeah,
But-
I lived in an area here in Ohio about 3 years ago that I was pretty rural, and I lived about 45 minutes from the closest town. It was nice, but also a pain in the ass.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, where I live, we have good old Piggly Wiggly. And if you want
Always
half
loved that
decent
name.
groceries, yeah. If you want half decent groceries, you got to drive 45 minutes to Walmart.
And that's half
Yep.
decent groceries.
That's half
Yeah.
decent groceries. And then you got to travel another, I think it's 15 minutes from there to go to Publix.
Oh, you got Publix down there? I was thinking Food Lion.
We got Food Lion and Publix.
Oh, fancy.
Man, we didn't have options.
You're
It was
right.
just, it was either Walmart or Dollar General. That's it.
It
Now there's
wasn't a
Dollar
super
General on each
Walmart.
corner.
Sometimes a Dollar General was better.
Oh, that's
Hold on,
saying
my
something about
question
your
is-
Walmart.
Saying a lot.
How deep in the woods were you? Was it a super Walmart or was it just the grocery Walmart?
Well,
I feel like it'd probably be a super center.
what would you call a Walmart with a tire center and a liquor
That's
store
super
attached to it?
Walmart.
Super center.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's
and a
super
liquor
Walmart.
store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine doesn't even have a liquor store.
That's a fancy Walmart.
Yep. It had the
You-
tire center on one side and then a Subway and a liquor store on the other side.
Well, when you got to travel fucking 30 minutes,
You got to
Yeah.
get your
make
dinner.
that trip worth it.
your
When you
dinner,
got to
your
run a
tires.
miniature Oregon Trail to go get damn groceries, it better be worth it, okay?
People weren't coming back home sometimes.
This is gonna show my age. All I did was picture like the little wagon. It's like you did not make it, and all of a sudden it's just a random tombstone.
Oh yeah, the Oregon Trail game. Yeah,
Man, you ain't even old enough to remember that. What are you talking
I
about?
played the Oregon Trail game. Believe it or not.
What?
Yep.
You sure?
Yes.
Jamie, can you fact check that?
Google that.
That's insane.
I'm just jealous. I want a Walmart with a liquor store. I mean, come on.
I know. Ours just
Yeah.
got rid of the freaking great clips that was inside of it.
Oh no.
I mean, I don't have any hair to
I
go
was
get
gonna
cut.
say that was the whole point of the oh no.
Man, I wish we had a hair salon. Shoot. We had to do at-home field dressings. You just
Say
had
grandma
your,
on the back porch.
yeah, you had your mother and your grandmother get out one of those old raggedy chairs, set it on the porch with like a tarp underneath it, and they just come at you with a thing of scissors and a thing of shears.
I want a number 2 all the way around. Thank you.
Yeah, you could try to be specific with it. You could be like, hey, Grandma, I want a number 3 right here, number 2 right here, and leave me some stuff on the top, okay? And it always came out looking like the Super Trooper high and tight, where they just buzzed you all the way down.
I was more envisioning like you can pick from spaghetti bowl number 1, mixing bowl number 2. That's what I was envisioning.
Yeah, it could be that too. If you wanted to add some flair to it, you just get out one of those big old bowls that you use to like churn butter or something and just slap it on your forehead.
There is a picture of Dado.
Oh God.
And at his parents' house with one of those lovely bowl cuts.
You can F all the way off, Flinty.
The Captain Kangaroo haircut.
Oh my God.
Hey, hold on. I do have to give it to him though. He has more hair than I do at the same age. True. And he's got kids. I don't. I'm just saying he should be in my shoes where he has no hair.
Yeah.
No, my dad's, what is my dad? 56, full head of hair and beard. I don't think I'm going to lose my hair anytime soon.
Yeah, but he's different.
One way to explain him. To tell you, Flinty, and the audience and the boys here, that picture is still hanging up in my parents' house. I just saw it the other day.
Really?
Oh God.
Yep. I'm like, I am 30 years old. Would you like an updated picture? Please.
Yeah.
I will print it off for you if you don't have time. Fuck.
Your dad is all like your family genetics is just different in general. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying like like your dad in general. I've met the man. There's no ounce of fear in that man's body.
No,
I've grown up with you. There's no ounce of fear in your body. Sometimes I just look at you like, oh, I thought I was the dumb one.
Yeah, right. Oh, you want me to run through that wall? Got it.
Right. But like just coming from your dad and like you said, 50 years old, still like luscious locks, great beard to make some like actual men cry. It just.
I'm gonna clip that and send it to him now.
He can't come down here and punch me in the mouth.
It's gonna be great.
Oh man, I do have to find some time to get on a big old bird.
Mm-hmm. Come up and see us. My dad would punch you because he's gonna listen to this and go, I don't got luscious locks. Whack.
Say some things that not podcast, not podcast material.
Yeah, right. Right.
So, just circling it back, Phantom. What was the type of stuff you did in Alabama and Tennessee for fun?
Well, there was a lot more that happened in Alabama than Tennessee because out in Alabama I could get away with it and not get caught.
Always good.
Well, the town of 17 people.
Yeah, you knew who talked when somebody in a town of that many people.
Yeah.
Did you have a town snitch?
I wouldn't really say we had a town snitch. Then again, none of them could really catch me because they were all like old elderly people from way before.
Oh, so they've been there, done that, bought the T-shirt.
Yep.
I was waiting for you to be like, yeah, Cousin Johnny was a bitch. Just ran his mouth. Let me tell you what.
No, like, man, I'm trying to think of what all we did. Realistically, growing up in Alabama, it was me and my buddy, my childhood friend Carson. We went and did everything from just roaming the woods, and then riding around on four-wheelers, more roaming the woods. See, there's not a whole lot that happened. It's just fucking woods.
All I can envision is just, all right, boys, what we gonna do today? We gonna roam the woods or ride the four-wheelers? What we gonna do? That's all I can imagine.
Yeah. It was roaming the woods, riding the four-wheelers, going out fishing whenever we got the chance to. And other than that, trying to pick up some girls that we went to school with. That's about it.
Raise hell, praise Dale.
Yep.
So does that mean you're an Alabama fan?
Oh yeah, Roll Tide all the way.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, time to end the podcast.
Oh, come on.
And thank you, Phantom, for coming in and hanging out with us tonight.
Well,
you should politely fuck yourself. Oh, no, I mean,
Jeez. You are coming in hot tonight. Wow.
Woke up and chose violence.
That's right.
Nice.
Wasn't very nice at all.
So my headphones back on, and I just hear "go fuck yourself." I'm like, what's happening?
Welcome back.
Hello.
So, between riding four-wheelers and roaming the woods, when did you get into gaming? When was your first gaming console, and what was it?
Well, I've been pretty much playing games ever since I had the ability to hold the controller. My first console was a PlayStation 2, and that was when I was like 5 years old. PlayStation 2, playing Guitar Hero and Jack and Daxter games. Twisted Metal Black was a good one.
Metal.
Yeah.
That's a core memory unlock.
Oh, yeah. And then, man, after that, I upgraded from a PS2 to an Xbox 360. I was around for the old school MW2 days.
Oh, fuck you. You were the little shithead I was yelling at.
Yeah.
Dude, the
8-year-old me over there arguing with 40-year-olds.
I'm not that old.
You're probably the reason why he broke a lot of controllers.
Yeah.
You
I'm probably
probably
the reason
were.
why he doesn't have much hair.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. That one took right to the kidney.
Shots fired.
Well, we knew we couldn't feel it when it went over your head. There's no hair to feel on.
I got some hair. I just get rid of it because it doesn't look right. I got it half off.
Yeah.
It's in the clearance department next to the liquor store.
Right. No, I've never been down to Alabama. Even though my haircut, if I do let my hair out, it does look like I do shop at Walmart.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go with that.
I know exactly what he means. I've seen that exact hairstyle. I've wore that exact hairstyle.
Bad thing is I don't care if this gets out because whatever. There is a guy that is 21 years old on my department with that exact haircut we're talking about, with the comb over.
Ooh, that's amazing.
Oh, yeah. He's about to go pick up chicks at Talladega.
Oh, dude.
You want to see my pit pass?
Have you ever seen lizard lick towing?
Yes.
He looks like the fat version of the main dude.
Ronnie.
Ronnie. He looks like the fat
Good old
version of
Ron
Ronnie,
Shirley.
but with a comb over. Yep.
Dude.
Side note: favorite show growing up. Comes full circle.
What was that? What was that repossession show? Repo. It was like based in California with what the hell was it called?
Oh, with
People
like
get crazy.
Big Teresa or whatever her name was, and like she
Yes.
like flipped a car.
Yes, yes.
You talking about South Beach Towing?
South Beach Towing. That's it.
Yes.
That was in Miami.
All right, listen. Geography's not my strong suit, Fokker. Okay.
You're supposed to be the smart one. South Beach.
I feel like a real idiot. Thanks. So, first gaming console was a PS2. Taking us back to the question here. And then you were getting into the Call of Duty phase. And you said, which one was the first one that you played?
My first Call of Duty I played was, Call of Duty 2. And that's because I got it in a yard sale.
There you go.
Okay.
The best place to get them.
Oh, dude. Yard sale hopping was cream of the crop back in the day.
Works.
But yeah, I went Call of Duty 2, and then I didn't do Call of Duty 3. Then I jumped the COD 4 Modern Warfare, played the hell out of that game. Then hit MW2, then that's probably where I ran into Filthy before. Or Flinty.
Oh, he's filthy. No, it's fine.
Just got out of the
Filthy
shower.
I like how he gets all defensive. Hey, man, I just got out of the shower.
I smell really nice.
I do.
Old Spice.
Yep. That's how'd you know?
Unpaid sponsor of the podcast.
I
knew. Can we get a sponsor, Old Spice?
Yeah. If I could whistle perfectly right now without laughing my ass off, I'd give you the theme of it.
I can't do it. I have no sense. Gabs, you're the music man.
No, we're not doing this.
Hey, just dupe that into here, Gabs. Just put it right in here.
Yeah, clip it. And I'll send you a picture. It was just me holding a bottle of.
Oh, God.
Which one do I have? I think the black circle one.
We're trying to get sponsored, not turn them away, Flinty.
Whoa. I'm not going to be naked.
I would say you could take a shot with Head and Shoulders, but Flinty don't have the hair for Head and Shoulders.
I'm going to call you. I'm going to call your school. Get you detention.
Oh, your mom. Come get this boy.
No more fruit snacks for this little fucker.
Yeah, don't you have homework to go do? Jeez. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. You need to pass your fucking bedtime. It's a weekday.
Oh my God. Jesus. All right. I'm sorry. Here, Flinty, truce.
Oh, no, it's on now, buddy.
For now.
See what happens when you get Flinty and I together?
Yeah. I could handle Flinty, but then when you joined in, I'm like, shit. You got backup.
This is why you don't take us to a bar, because we talk too much shit.
Yep.
The fun part is when you go into the bar and we act like we don't know each other, and we sit at the opposite ends of the bar and then start shit with each other.
Just to see what the fuck happens. That was the best.
They're like, I'm sitting next to this dude, like, hey, this motherfucker over.
Fucking eyeball me. The funniest one was whenever you fucking stood up with your puffed out chest. And I just started dying. I couldn't keep like the composure to keep fucking around because he got up all silly and like flung the bar stool down, and he flung it a little too hard, and he felt so bad because he is a nice guy because it made the loudest sound through the bar.
I was like, got up, throw them. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry about your bar stool, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I'm just picturing Dado, like he throws the bar stool down, just instant regret on his face. He goes over there, dusts the bar stool off, sets it back down.
Hands the bartender a 50, like, I'll buy you a new one. It's fine.
Yeah.
I just look over and I can't keep the composure because it was just like Then that guy's eyeballing me, motherfucker. What are you looking at? And like, wham! And it's just, at that point, I lost it.
We are not a good influence at all.
Yeah, don't go to bars, young one. Okay, that's bad for you.
Wherever you're gonna go, don't do any of this shit.
You're right. Be kind and respectful anywhere you go.
Don't do as I do. Do as I say.
My favorite saying is, if you're gonna do anything dumb, just don't name it after me. That's it.
I actually like that one. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good time. But I mean, nowadays, I don't know if we could get away with it.
Probably not.
100% not.
Times have changed.
You're going straight to jail.
Times haven't changed much. I mean, they probably sprung forward for you.
You're going straight to jail.
You know that better than anybody. Age is hell for you.
God dang.
Anyways, so
I think we need a new fucking guest.
Bad.
This one turned terrible.
So now that you're old enough to
with the
buy,
rest of them.
now that you're old enough to buy tobacco,
He ain't even old enough to buy tobacco anymore.
What?
No,
It's 21 now.
Jesus,
Yeah,
how
they
old am
changed
I? That's
showing
stupid.
that as age.
Stupid comment number 2 of the night. Wow. Okay, now that you're old enough to enlist in the military and vote, is that still a thing, or am I wrong with that one too?
No, I think you're up to date with that one.
Thank you. Good Lord. What does Phantom like to do nowadays that he's 5 years older than what he just explained to us?
Well,
Fucking
I
5
mean,
days older.
okay.
Oh man.
You want round 4, old man?
I can keep going. I don't know if I can make my comment.
essentially, much hasn't changed. I still, whenever I can, go fishing, go out, roam, all that stuff. I'm always been one with nature. I'll go
Balls
out.
still haven't dropped.
Okay. What? Oh my God.
You keep kicking this kid off of fucking balance, man. Sorry, Phantom. I didn't mean to call you a kid.
I mean, compared to y'all, I am a kid, but
Let the man talk. Jesus.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
essentially, fucking asshole. Essentially, I still go fishing. I still go roaming. I go hang out with some buddies and all that now. Moving here.
So when you say fishing,
Man.
are you talking like fly fishing in the creek, or are you talking like going out on a boat?
I go pole fishing. No reel or anything. You just take a big old stick, attach a line to it, and then you go out on either a canoe, a kayak, or you just go off the side of a lake somewhere. Just throw it in. You ain't got to worry about reeling it out, reeling it in. Just leave it out there. When I get a nibble, yank on it, and you can grab whatever's there.
Alabama shit.
Hey, it's simplistic.
I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm actually trying not. I'm not even trying to be a smartass or anything. That is some Alabama shit. That is some cool shit though.
It's pretty fun, believe it or not. I love it.
Well, when the world ends, I know who to go find to go fishing with. Shit.
Yep, I'll hook you up, brother.
Give him
I'll
a
hook
stick
you
and a
up.
string, and he'll fucking get some fishes for you.
Yep.
That's the way they used to fish all the time. I'm actually really happy that who taught you that?
I learned that from a family friend by the name of Kevin. He was the one that showed me that.
Kudos, Kevin. Kudos.
Which I may be young, since I may be a young whippersnapper and y'all's eyes, but I try to go back and learn a lot of the primitive things and all that, just in case anything does happen.
Isn't that like one of your main interests, Phantom, is history and understanding what's happened in the past?
Oh yeah, I'm a big history buff. Yep. Or as Gab likes to call me, a nerd.
Nerd. What makes you so interested in history? Is there somebody in your past that gave you that spark, or what's the drive there?
Well, the whole thing with being a buff with history kind of came from just my family's lineage and my grandmother growing up. I always heard tales and stories of the family lineage, and then when I went to school, I always liked learning about, the prior wars or learning about the colonization of the area we lived in at the time, and then all that stuff. It was just this ornate little thing that kept me busy as I went through life. And even to this day, I still go and learn new things. I always try to keep up to date with history, which I'm not trying to do a selfless plug to myself here, but I am going to be starting a thing where I do little history lessons for my channel. I'm going to start doing videos. Yeah.
Okay.
Giving little ornate history lessons about stuff to people.
Would you say somebody like the Fat Electrician is kind of somebody like a online presence that kind of keeps you interested?
Yeah. Fat Electrician is definitely one of the many people I go to look up information to as well.
Dude. He's got some great stories.
Yeah. I just watched his newest video today, actually.
Chung Lee.
Yeah, Ching Lee.
Yeah.
The naval captain that was also a star shootist. Yep.
He was a gold medalist in sniper shooting.
Yep. He went and did a rifle competition, gold medaled that, and then he was like, man, fuck it. I ain't got nothing else to do. Let's go do the pistol competition. He did the pistol competition, got halfway through it, his gun blew up in his hand and disabled his right arm. This man was so badass that he looks to everyone behind him and goes, throw me another pistol. They chuck him another pistol, and he finished that course with his left hand, his non-dominant hand, and got a gold medal there too.
Wow.
The best thing is whenever he looked at our Navy ships and was like, we need more guns.
Yeah.
He was actually, what did he say? He was like one of the people that don't get enough credit because he basically turned our Navy into what it is now.
Yep. He was the one that told them to not build the Atlanta. It was something, or Alaska cruisers or battleships or whatever, the Alaska class. He said, no, don't build them. We need more aircraft carriers. And that's why when we went into World War II, we had a large supplement of aircraft carriers, and that's ultimately what helped us.
Yeah.
And all that credit goes to him.
Yeah, and he rewrote, the ballistics on all of the actual battle cruisers that we have. Yep. He rewrote the ballistics and basically told the scientists and the engineers that they were fucking stupid and rewrote the book and made them hit at least, what was it, the Washington?
That I don't remember.
It was one of the, or it was, I think it was the Wisconsin or something, and turned that into his own personal sniper rifle.
Yep. He'd practice range with another ship. He'd have another ship go out like thousands of meters, and he'd have them radio to him on where those shells that he fired would hit, and he would get it so close to the ship, like just off the bow of the ship, without actually damaging it. It's crazy.
That's the type of stuff, man. I'm happy that you're learning that type of shit, because if it wasn't for the Fat Electrician, I mean, now is that up and running? Is your channel up and running or not quite?
I'm going through the works of getting it set up more and more, yeah. Editing process for videos has been kind of difficult because I got to do a two-party method for it. But once I get that squared away, we should get regular uploads going.
Good and deal. When you say that, are you talking YouTube or Twitch?
This is the YouTube side. Yes.
And we can find Phantom at XPhantomRebelX on YouTube?
Yes, sir.
make sure you go check them out. I'm curious to see. I'm ready to learn some shit. I just learned something, wrote some stuff down. I'm gonna go check out the Fat Electrician and figure out how to shoot things at boats and not sink them.
3 miles away.
Yeah, dude, history is a major part. I love it so much. I love learning new things. It's always good to learn something new every day. That's what you should strive to do.
So is the history kind of like the reason why you kind of have like the Phantom Rebel type of deal as your name tag or gamer tag?
Yeah, a little bit. With the name itself, it comes from just a different origin. But I will say there was some history behind it. With the name Phantom Rebel, the Phantom part kind of is like a two-parter. It's kind of just this like clever little cheeky name I came up with back when I would play Battlefield and COD. I always had this tendency of shoot a guy, dip, disappear before the enemy could find you. And with the definition behind Phantom, it's something that is a figment of the imagination. So I was like, man, that'd be cool, you know. It's a cool
you were
name.
Definitely the reason why I don't have hair.
Yeah. 8-year-old, 9-year-old me at the time was like, man, that's a cool name. Because before, my name was absolute trash. I could tell y'all what my previous name was if y'all want. It was just a random Xbox generated name.
Feel free.
My name before XPhantomRebelX was Tenacious Purse 9 on Xbox 360. It was a random generated name, and I hated it.
I dig it.
I'm a fan of Tenacious D, so
yeah. But Tenacious Purse though,
I feel like that's like the cover band for Tenacious D.
A shitty cover band at that.
Right. You can only see him in the bar on Tuesday nights.
I don't know you. That's my purse. But that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But that was like one of the things behind Phantom. That's how it started. The second part with Phantom kind of comes around to the picture you see here as my profile picture now. I don't know if the people watching or listening to the podcast will be able to see it. But if you notice how my avatar's face is kind of half and half, one side's normal, the other half is like the skull with the purple flame. Basically, I kind of just took Phantom as kind of this like metaphor, if you will, from my life growing up. My life at the start was it was a rough thing growing up, but now over the course of time, it's got a lot better. I'm in a better mental state now, you know, all that stuff. And that I kind of just keep that as another symbol to keep looking forward and doing better things as I look back at my picture here. And I'm like, you know, you dealt with hell growing up, and now you're going on to live, you know, a normal, happy, exciting life, and it's going places, man. You know, it's great.
That's awesome that even just I call them avatars. I'm sure they're called something else, but that has that much meaning to you, and to look at it. And now every time that I look at it, when I see your Discord or see you go live on Twitch, or even when you're jumping in the voice chat with us, it means something. That's awesome. That's very in-depth and thoughtful. I never would have put that together if you didn't explain it to us.
Yeah, I always found it good to have a symbol of something you can relate back to, you know. You never want to go off and forget past, you know, but I always like to keep it because then it gives me something to strive away from. And I have this that I can use as not only a personal statement to show, but also a personal thing to use towards my future goals. So
sure, the past is what made you the man you are today, and you can't hide from it.
Amen to that.
But you don't have to repeat it either.
Nope.
Hey, that's truth.
It's just like you do have a driver's license, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I was just making sure that you were above 16.
For anybody
So,
that's listening, if you're below the age of 16, I'm sorry, this isn't the podcast for you to be a guest of.
I will say,
I just
though,
wanted to make sure he's ever been taught how to drive and everything.
yeah, I will say, though, I was not as cool in school as some of the other kids. Some of the other kids got their licenses at 16. I did not get mine until about like a year and a half later, because apparently with the state of North Carolina, or at least my school, if you do bad with your grades, they can suspend your license with the DMV until you get your grades up. And I was doing piss poor in school during COVID.
That's lame.
That is super lame.
I mean,
Flinty wouldn't be able to drive right now. No kidding.
You still wouldn't be able to drive.
I mean, I think the statute of limitations out from this, right? I didn't get my license until I was 18, but I was driving since I was 15.
Hey, it's all good. That was a long time ago. That was back when the dinosaurs still roamed, so they can't charge you.
There wasn't really nothing to hit if there were cars around.
You had the Fred Flintstone that shit.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? That's why my feet are real men feet.
I knew it. I absolutely knew that joke was coming because I know Flinty too well. We won't talk about the fact that we've had to push many of his vehicles because they broke down, but that's besides the point.
Currently, my situation right now with me missing fourth gear.
Not an important one at all.
Not ideal.
No. So it looks like I'm going to Flintstone everywhere to go to work.
No, just skip fourth, go into fifth.
I only have a 4-speed transmission.
You're just not going to go over 55. I don't know what to tell you.
Now you're sticking to third gear and you're going to be, revving to the moon. Why not?
Let's just detonate it.
Oof.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I checked the transmission fluid and I have some sparkly stuff in my fluid.
Ooh. That's not good.
As Gabs likes to say, not ideal.
No.
No engine.
What are you doing?
Fairy dust, not good.
What were you doing? Banging gears?
No, it's just an older car that I got for free. And then I got ambitious enough to, I could fix it myself. Sold my truck.
Your problem?
And then I was like, I could rely on this. And then next, it started slowly, continuously dying on me.
I know what's wrong with it.
Man, I hope my truck don't do that anytime soon.
What's that?
I said I hope my truck don't do that anytime soon.
What kind of truck is it? Because if you say
an 86 Mazda.
Oh, dude, that thing's bulletproof.
Yeah, it's an old 86 Mazda B2000. I got for $250.
Yeah, I guarantee you could jump it and it'll still be fine.
Yeah.
It'll realign everything for you, and it'll still run.
Right. Just cold start revs his cars every morning.
Yeah.
Just takes it to the moon every time he starts it.
Yeah. Thing is, though, before I got it from my uncle, and like I said, I got it for $250. But when he got it from this old farmer dude in the middle of nowhere in North Carolina, and it was sitting in a field for let's see, good 30 plus years. It just sat there
no runs.
Yeah. Oh, dude. You bet your sweet ass it runs. They got it. They cranked it. After doing some wiring stuff, they cranked it. Started right up. No popping, no smoke,
and
no nothing.
Flinty said, they are bulletproof.
Yeah. Thing is,
absolutely bulletproof.
The only flaw I have with it is I'm a really tall guy, and it's a really small truck. I might have to go to the junkyard and find another Mazda B2000, cut the back end off that, and make it a extended cab Mazda.
Need a cab stretcher.
Yeah.
You're gonna do like the suicide doors, like they did with the Dodge, or most
Yeah.
most pickups.
Yeah,
Have
it's
those
a
half
bit of a
doors.
doozy.
Every time he gets in and out of the truck, he's just beating the steering wheel with his knees. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, dude, yeah. That, and it's a manual too. It's a 5-speed manual. So, yeah,
Well, at least you're getting raised right.
Yeah. That's another thing I think everyone should learn is how to drive manual.
There's a problem with so we have 3 manual transmission fire trucks in my department. And we are slowly, we have to be very particular on what station we put people at because there are a lot of people nowadays, some of the younger generation coming into the service, don't know how to drive a manual transmission.
Of course not.
And I think it should be
mandatory.
A requirement. Yeah.
And the bigger the vehicle is, the easier the manual transmission is to drive.
Yeah. I could float gears in one of our engines. It's one of the best freaking clutches I think I've ever, setups, everything.
Yep.
Have they looked at any of the electric fire trucks yet?
God.
So you're gonna strike a nerve.
I have a funny story about those.
Believe it or not, there's a big issue with EV cars.
Mm.
They don't like to go out.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, right.
So there was one, I can't remember what department tried it, and we have to plug in our trucks.
Anyways,
to
yeah.
keep the batteries charged. Yeah. Anyway, but the prolonged charging with the lithium ion batteries in as large scale as it is, and running the fire pump and everything else, it was too much, overheated, and boom, burnt down a fire station.
Ooh, who put the fire out?
That is irony right there.
The diesel truck's a couple miles down the road.
Man,
that's crazy.
If you would have said that to me off podcast, I wouldn't have believed you, because that is a straight fucking irony right there.
Yep. Well, it's give or take, but also the United States is still holding tradition with diesel trucks and our helmets and leather forever type of deal in the fire service. But I don't think we're ever going to go to electric fire trucks because they're garbage.
In the military too.
Funny story. My dad works for a company that does servicing or maintenance, I guess you can say, for pretty much big companies around here. And every now and then he goes to fire stations and and works for them, does simple things every now and then. Well, one of the stations here have EV amber lamps, right?
Mm.
And idiots, we'll just say that, they forgot to unplug it when they had a call.
Oh, they ripped
it. Let's just say they ripped the charger out of the fucking ceiling where they had it.
See,
here goes my dad trying to fucking go hook that shit back up.
See, we have the things, they're called Kuzmal connections. And
Right.
basically where the plug is, it's supposed to auto inject. So as soon as that ignition is hit, that thing's supposed to pop out. And that is one of the biggest flaws with the EVs nowadays. Like you just said, it doesn't eject because it doesn't have a true ignition. So it's missing the mechanical aspect plus the, it's hard to explain, but
yeah,
they cause more problems. Don't buy EVs. It's not greener, better earth.
This is Flinty, and he approves this message.
I do.
Message
because on the fire side of things and all the training we have to do with EV vehicles, you know what we're going to do? We're going to let it burn. We're going to just let it burn, and all the nasty carbons and everything like that, and everything is just going to go back in the atmosphere with everybody that wants to save the planet, that wants to, think these things are going to work. They're not going to, because as soon as they catch fire and malfunction, guess what's going to happen? All of that's going in your atmosphere. Sorry. Let's get back to Phantom. I'm sorry.
So you're not a fan of EV cars?
No.
Well, I'm gonna attest with Flinty right here. Like I just said a minute ago, they're trying to do that with the U.S. military vehicles now.
It's insane.
Ain't that a double narrative? They want to make tanks electric vehicles, yet so you want a 10-ton piece of armor to have to be on a battery charger every 25 minutes while it's fighting in battle, and then on top of that, it's shooting artillery, sending out all these toxic things that they want to prevent. You see the double narrative that sparks with this here. They're trying to do that with the tanks, the armored personnel carriers, the Humvees. It's like there's no point.
The planes?
Planes is the same way.
Planes?
I mean, they literally drop bombs. I mean, it's the same way. It's like, what are we doing? We could put money to so much better stuff.
Well, I know that they were looking at doing like hydrogen cars, and I think what was it, California or something like that was doing hydrogen cars, but being able to find the fueling stations was so difficult that it just wasn't worth it. So they put the kibosh on hydrogen cars, where you could just pull that from just straight water. You could pull that right out of any type of exhaust or anything. But what do I know? I'm just some idiot that sits behind a desk and builds buildings for a living.
I'm just saying the guy that created that hydrogen motor got killed.
It's true.
I know that too. Yeah.
True dat.
I don't know how he died, but he died.
Allegedly. Right.
Yeah.
Allegedly, just in case they want to come kill us for saying anything, so. Just in case they're watching. No.
So this is going to be the 30 seconds we cut out. So, other than, riding four-wheelers and everything like that, I mean, obviously you play video games.
Yep.
Like, how do you use video games to basically escape everything?
Well, that's an interesting one. I generally, like I've said before, used video games personally to just escape all the negative shit I had to deal with growing up, which I ain't gonna go off and start spewing a bunch of personal shit because I doubt y'all would want to hear it. But
that's where you're wrong. But
right. Yes, but we're not going to put you on blast to put it out there for the public. But
yeah,
yes.
we are here for you if you need to talk about it.
It's all good. It's the past now. But yeah, there was a bunch of family stuff going on and all that when I was growing up, and there was family stuff, personal stuff, all that stuff. But I always found, what's the word I'm looking for? I always found a bit of serenity when playing gaming. I grew up with gaming. I always excelled when playing gaming. It was always just kind of this, don't want to sound like it's kind of a softie, but it was kind of just like this place where I could go and just not have to worry about anything. Sure. Essentially, just go, turn on the system, play for like an hour or two, and be stress free. And I encourage that even outside of myself. I encourage everyone to take gaming as a form of escaping stress too. And I even follow pages on social media that have to do with that. Gamers Outreach is a good one. They are a foundation, a nonprofit foundation that goes and delivers gaming systems to like the children's hospitals, like Vanderbilt Children's Hospital or the Atrium Health hospitals here in North Carolina. And yeah, they just go and make all those kids' lives better, get them to not have to worry about their stuff, and they give them an escape. That community, I was telling you about this the other day, Dado. That community I'm going to try to join later on.
Yeah.
Whenever I actually get a setup tarp. They support the Gamers Outreach Foundation. They support all that stuff too. Just giving a sense of an escape that you can get away from dealing with all the personal bullshit we all have to deal with on an IRL basis. And hopefully one day if my stuff ever blows up or if it ever goes in a positive direction, I can help with that. Hopefully I can help in making that something to see for the future, giving an escape and helping people out any way I can.
Yeah, that's I think I could speak for Dado and I. It's kind of like what we're kind of doing between the mics. I mean, I don't know, Mikey. You could probably sum it up better than I can because I'm not the one with words out of the both of us. But I think the escape, basically, with me being a first responder and everything like that, and it helps turn off the brain.
For sure. Yeah.
But
and in using gaming or podcasting, reading, whatever it is, it's just having that escape. And we all share a common thing recently, at least in the podcast here, of gaming and streaming. And I even recently, Phantom was playing a game that made everybody stressed out as they watched the stream because we all thought we were going to die. So I don't know how that was an escape, but it was.
Hey,
if anything, that
y'all
was more
voted
of a
on
trap.
that. I want you to know.
I did not vote.
Or Dado didn't. Dado didn't, but
I must have missed it. What game was it?
It was Outlast 2.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was the whole premise of it, was somebody was preaching about some demonic god. Anywho, I don't know. I only caught parts and pieces of it. I admitted in the middle of the stream I dipped because I had enough, but I was still supporting my brother. So it was playing in the background, and I came back when I thought he might be getting close to getting done. Because F that.
Yeah, by the end of that stream, by the end of part 1 of the playthrough, I had literally asked chat, I was like, is this a good stopping point? I think this is a good stopping point.
I'm done with this shit today.
Oh my God. I was going to do 2 hours, but I got to like 148. I was like, man, I've had enough. My heart has almost shot out my chest like 3 separate times in the stream.
Yeah, you like looked out into the corridor. You're like, "Yep, nope, we're not doing this. We're done. Thank you all for sticking out with us. We're done."
I went in that corridor, dude. It was pitch black. I heard that sound on the hallway. I instantly turned around, shut that door, went to the other corner of the room. I was like, "Nope, we can save this for next Monday."
Thank us all for being there.
Cue the little PNG of just you sitting in the corner with a tear running down your eye. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, what was the biggest jump scare in a game other than that have you had?
Biggest jump scare in a game? Man. Well, man, I'm trying to think. Because let's be honest, I had one really big jump scare in that stream.
It scared the shit out of all of us. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So which one was it? Which part was it? I feel like I have to go back and watch, but I don't want to.
You talking about in the stream?
Yeah.
It's when I was up in that building, and I remember I said in the stream, I was like, okay, I feel like when we turn this generator on, we're going to have to dip, right?
Yes.
So I was cranking the generator, and I looked out the window because the light was turning on, right? I was looking to see if something was changing outside or if someone was going to run towards the building. I turn around, and that creepy-ass woman with the knife is standing right there. I screamed so loud on stream, dude. It was terrible.
That's what scared the shit out of me, is Phantom screaming. And then I look at the screen, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, and then the chick didn't even go away. She went down the first flight of stairs and was down there speaking of God's gospel, which, keep in mind, fun little side note, when it comes to the whole speaking the gospel thing, that also hits close because during my time growing up in Alabama, I went and partaked in a youth church, a youth Baptist church. So when I was reading those scriptures off and all that, I was like, man, this is fucked up. They did not teach us this in Wednesday school. I was like, I'm reading this and I'm like, this isn't Psalms 13.
Right.
This ain't right.
Is that the point where she was like standing at that balcony, like praising with her arms out, like staring over the edge?
And then I creeped behind her. I creeped around her and I took off. Yeah. And then I had to take off running through the village, and one of y'all said I was talking like what was his name? The dude from WWF way back when. One of y'all commented it. I can't remember.
Macho Man.
Yeah, Macho Man. One of y'all is like, you sound like Macho Man. I'm like, yeah, that's because my heart is in my ass. I was trying to get to the elevator.
I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
I'll put it on, Phantom, but I might not be there interacting, bro.
I don't blame it. I even asked you. I know your whole thing with horror stuff. That's why I asked you at the start. I was like, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm here.
The fucking jump scare, and I knew it was coming too. When you were in the fucking school, and the dude was like standing at the end of the hallway, and we're like, "Oh shit, here we go." He's right there, and that's the only way out. You have to go to him.
Yeah, see.
Oh, I remember that. Phantom's like checking every door, like thinking he can find another way out.
Yeah, excuse my language for any people that watch podcasts, but I was wincing like a little bitch. I'm over there trying to open the doors. I'm like, come on, please open. And then I went into that one room. And I was like, man, there's got to be another way. And then I opened the door. I looked around the locker, and I'm like, oh, you're still there. Oh no.
I knew it was coming too.
And then, oh my god, yeah! And then he took off at me, and I literally threw my controller and looked at the ceiling.
Dude. What a terrible time that was.
Better you than me, bro. Better you than me.
Yeah, really, you might need to go back on that stream and try to pull some clips from that.
Oh man,
there was some hardcore content
Do
there.
I have to?
Yeah, just like for real.
I'm just probably just gonna check it out just so I can catch up with you guys.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a blast.
It was funny, but man, I'm not one for jump scares.
Gabs is going to be sitting outside at a park in the broad daylight trying to edit that because it's going to be the safest place he can be.
Yeah.
I'm still going to be screaming. They might call the cops on me because I'll just be screaming there like a madman.
Screaming at your computer.
Oh!
So what about you, Dado? What was the biggest jump scare you had?
Oh, in games, Dado avoids jump scares as much as possible. I just don't put myself in that predicament. I really don't.
Yeah. It's
I'm not that guy.
I don't like playing them scary games.
No.
See?
No me gusta.
Yeah.
I love horror games.
I love them too, but at the same time, you see in my streams, it freaks me out, and that's because when you do a horror game right, it's terrifying. There's some horror games that come out, and it's like these melodramatic things where it's you see like this person at the end of the hall, like how we saw in Outlast 2, and then they'll just go away or they'll disappear.
Yeah.
Then you get ones like what happened in Stream, and it's them standing at the end of the hallway, and they wait for you to walk to them, and then you just get annihilated.
Yeah, because you streamed that Outlast 2, and then you went and streamed what was he?
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, this is nothing. This is like a fucking nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
Yes, Dead by Daylight is very mellow, and that's mainly when it comes to me playing Dead by Daylight. When I started playing it, it was terrifying, and there's one killer on there that's terrifying because he came out recently. But the game as a whole,
Phasmophobia.
Dude, I wish I could get that game. I've talked with my friend group about it, and we all got together one day and we were like, if it comes to PlayStation, we are all going to get it because that would be amazing.
It'd be hilarious.
But I haven't heard anything about it coming to PlayStation.
I don't know if it's actually coming out to console or not, but
see, that's a missed marketing opportunity right there. Yeah, see, that's a missed marketing opportunity. They could sell with that, but
make it cross-platform and come out to different consoles, and man,
yeah,
I feel like you'd gain a lot of popularity, more than it already has.
For real, if they made it just a universal game that everyone could play, the numbers would skyrocket and they would get so much money. but I mean, I'm just a southern dude from. I'm a dude from 3 southern states, and I could classify as my own cousin. But
Oh,
what do I know,
family
right?
tree just goes straight up.
We're down to 15 people in the community. We figured it out. We're getting there.
Yeah, one person dies in the community. It's genocide.
You're right.
Oh.
You're roasting yourself now. Look, we've transformed. But Flinty, you asked a question about jump scares. What was your biggest jump scare?
Back whenever I was playing Dead Space, and whenever you first in the first Dead Space, whenever you first run into the I don't know, I call them face fuckers. I don't know. They're like the little things from Alien, kind of, and they look almost identical, just without the scorpion tail. And they jump on your face, and I was just kind of cruising, looting and stuff, and next thing you know, out of nowhere, as part of the story, like the story line to it, out of fucking nowhere, the thing jumped on my face. I tossed my controller. I jumped, and then I just said, "Nope, I'm done." I turned my 360 off, and I left.
Yeah. Oh, that just gave me a big old memory. Since we're talking about past games, I do know a jump scare that was not from my stream. Now, yeah. So anyone who's had a PlayStation 2 or just an Xbox 360, just an old gen console, y'all remember the Suffering games? The game's called The Suffering. Yeah, you played as this one prisoner dude that ended up he killed his family and he was stuck in prison, and he's all mental. Yeah, Flynn knows what I'm talking about, dude. That game, the one, I don't remember exactly which game it is, but it starts off when you're going to the death row. You get in the death row. You remember those monsters with the blade legs and shit?
Yeah.
Those fucking things used to creep me the hell out so bad. I could not get through the game for a good year. I'd turn it on. I'd get to the part. I'd see one. I'd be like, nope, okay, we're just going to shut this back off and go back to playing COD.
I'm going to shoot somebody in the face.
Yeah.
I used to love playing, I just had the name of it, Pyramid Head, Siren Head, and all that. Silent Hill.
Oh, yep.
That was my favorite game on the PlayStations and stuff.
Yeah, Elmrick Elementary School or whatever.
What about jump scares when you're playing shooters? You know?
Oh, that happens all the time.
Let's say you're fucking playing, I don't know. You guys played PUBG, right? I know Phantom did.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So usually when you're fucking sniping, you'll just be chilling there watching, right? Then just out of nowhere, you either get hit or you hear the crack of a bullet just flying past you. Man.
Either that or you hear a Jeep Cherokee creeping up behind you, full speed.
Yeah. That's a good way to have your fucking heart sink to your ass.
Yeah, I know a lot of FPS jump scares happen with COD timing. Flinty knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's where all those FPS jump scares come in, with that COD timing.
COD timing is terrible.
It's
less than ideal.
You can hold a doorway for a solid minute and a half. Nothing. The moment you look away or the moment you touch your mag to reload, 4 guys. Yeah.
You're like, wait.
And it's always one of 2 people, too. It's either the shotgun guy or it's the sniper rifle guy.
Or the guy running around with a freaking knife.
Yeah.
Just gonna blow you away.
Dude, oh my God. The knife people. You remember the big craze with that in COD gun game? Any gun game match?
Yeah.
You had all the people trying to win. Yeah, you had people trying to win. I was too. You had the people trying to win the game, and then you had that one guy that's just devoted to demoting everybody back to the starting weapon.
Yep, that was me, 100%.
Yeah.
Those people had some choice words for y'all. I promise you that.
If you guys have PlayStation and stuff, I do believe a good game. It's kind of a horror, but it has a good storyline to it. Is Until Dawn. Those guys who make those series of games,
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd really, really like them.
Yep. I second that. Y'all need to try it out.
The hell I do.
Oh, it'd be a perfect game for a Dado stream.
I'm an Xbox guy.
Dado would
stick
get
to
to like
golfing.
the first 5-minute mark. He'd see like he'd hear like one little sound and be like, all right,
That's
I
it.
love you
Fly a
guys. Thanks
plane.
for watching the stream.
Yeah, right. We're gonna go fly a
You
plane.
guys want to fly planes or play golf?
You're right.
Which one y'all want?
We can drive trains now too. Come on, let's go.
Or The Devil in Me. It's under the same creators.
Yeah.
They do
Okay.
horror games correct.
Y'all are playing some wild games.
The whole
Yeah.
demographic I'm not a part of.
You want an adrenaline rush? Play those. Especially when it's the quick time events. Those games have quick time events.
Mm-mm.
So if you miss it,
I
if
get
you
an
miss it,
adrenaline
there's
rush.
a change.
I get an adrenaline rush playing fucking baseball, dude.
I feel safe with this bat. Thank you.
That's my adrenaline rush. When you get so into it and you're about to lose the game, you're like, I have to come back. I have to find a way. That's my adrenaline rush.
There's no crying in baseball.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the horror games like The Devil and I and all them, they did it correct. Because it's not like in your face all the time, like, oh, I'm gonna go around this corner and I know I'm gonna get jump scared. It is just the storyline process behind it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It
the jump
is.
scare doesn't even come.
You
Oh,
can
no,
go
it
a
does.
long way. You can go a long way with creepy noises. But
Yeah.
when it's just repeat jump scares and it's like those cheap jump scares where like you turn a corner, something's in your face. Those get old quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then by like the halfway point of the game, you're like, man, I already know what's coming. Which I did a game like that a while back. Dado really liked the game, and he was talking to me about it one day about going back to it, and that was Callisto Protocol.
Oh, yeah.
See, I love that game to death, but it's like you get past the halfway point and you see what all the different types of enemies are, and then it's just like kicking a dead horse. Like you already know what's coming.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't disagree with it. I just thought it was a fun game to play, but I could see how as the streamer it could be very tedious and repetitive.
Yeah, and then the reactions wouldn't be as genuine. You're like, oh, it's another one of those things that I've seen for like the same time in the last 15 minutes. Well, I already know how to take it out. I just hit it once in the knee, hit it once in the side, shoot it in the face.
Right. Right. And, I loved watching Ramon stream and calling Ramon out. I love you. And I think he'll appreciate this, but I love watching Ramon stream Red Dead because it made it interesting, but I have the same like thought process when it comes to Red Dead. You take over, you rob, you shoot, you move. You take over, you rob, you shoot, you move. That's what I got, I guess, bored with the game when I was playing it simply because it was just so repetitive. And when you watch somebody play it, you want to be interested in when they play it. And then when you go back, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Yep.
That's kind of how I was with it. I don't know. Everybody has their own take on how they play the game, and I can see how it can be interesting to see other people play the game.
Sure.
But for me, while I did have a lot of fun while I was playing it, when it was getting close to that half hour, 45-minute mark of me playing the game, I felt burnt out playing it. I was like, man. And so I always ended up going back to different games, whether it be a racing game or baseball or, now as of late, been playing DayZ a lot for whatever godforsaken reason.
Yep.
It's
That
just
game will
like
give you jump scares too.
about a year or two ago. A friend of mine that I play Xbox religiously with, we got tired of Call of Duty. It was like a Call of Duty burnout.
Right.
For some reason, I get burnt out of it, especially nowadays. But we took a solid 6 month stint from Call of Duty, and we played GTA. And he, to this day, he's like, "Man, you want to go play GTA?" I'm like, "No," because we played it every day,
Mm-hmm.
and I got bored with it because it was the same missions no matter what to make money, same thing.
Right.
And then you deal with the griefers, and then all of a sudden it's like 2 hours dealing with griefers, and then it's just like half the time I just put my controller down and I just die continuously.
That's where I got with like farming sim. Like I played it so heavily in the beginning, and now like a lot of my friend groups, Flinty, Gabs has got into it. Other people have too, and it's just like I'm glad that you guys are in it, and I love it. I am so burnt out from that game.
That was another game that I got burnt out on until I found tree trimming.
Tree trimming simulator.
I was cutting down trees with a lightsaber.
I heard.
I still have to. Little fun fact: I think this week I'm going to stream before I go back on shift. I'm gonna figure out some odds and ends.
We got a Flinty stream in the works.
Is there a date for it?
Not tomorrow. The day after. What's that day? Friday.
Friday. Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's Friday. I'm working on Friday night, but also I'm trying to work around everybody else because I know Dado, you like to stream on the weekends.
Brother, you do what you do. I fit it in when I can. You don't let me stop you. If I see a Flinty stream, we're gonna come hang out with you, bud.
Or in there.
Or we could do a dual stream.
Oh,
because I might need some backpacking. And I might need a backpack off you.
So essentially, he just needs you for free labor.
Yeah, I'm his bitch. That's fair. I've used him for free labor in the past. The time was coming.
I never got paid for that tree job back in 2009. 09.
Well, I know that Flinty is looking to stream. Gabs, what are you streaming lately?
What have I been streaming? Gabs hasn't been streaming a lot. I hate to admit it, but it's a fact. Sometimes you have to spit fact. Last stream I did a little bit of flight sim.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have yet to do baseball, so that could possibly come tomorrow, maybe.
Ooh. I know that I shared in one of the Discords that I was downloading it, so you better watch out. I've been practicing.
You can 1v1 me if you want. I'm not scared. Let me hit a couple of dingers off you real quick.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw this bar stool.
No, you know what would be I remember talking to you, Dado, about trying to find something to hook up a older console.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to attempt to find something?
The Wii U?
You guys want me to play the Wii so bad.
Give us the Wii.
It is in the works. I will say that. Dado has a pretty big trip coming up here in a couple weeks, so it will most likely be after that. But yes, it is in the works. Between the PS1, the PS2, the Wii, we'll figure something out.
Dado's just gonna have all the consoles.
I'm gonna bring back a banger.
Oh.
I just figured out what my first stream might be if I could find the adapter.
Ooh. Stay tuned for a Flinty stream, mystery game.
It's probably going to
wait.
bring most of us back to our childhood.
And probably just
Okay.
yesterday.
I saw that on TikTok.
I don't even think it's on TikTok anymore. I don't even think the game that I'm thinking of I think you could only find, like, if you look on it for YouTube. That's it.
Well, keep us guessing. Don't give it away.
Oh, I'm not.
But Phantom, what are you looking to stream? I know that scary ass game you're looking to stream. What else? Anything else you got in the works? I know we talked about the history videos, which is I'm super excited about. Anything else that the Phantom's working on?
Yeah, so y'all went ahead and decided for the Outlast 2 stuff, so that's going to be every Monday until we finish that game.
I like how he keeps blaming us for this.
Hey, my chat can prove it. There is physical evidence in my chat. Okay?
I will not be responsible for the actions of my Discord.
I did not do nothing.
Just point at my Discord. This is your fault.
You're
But
right.
no. But yeah, so every Monday, we're gonna be having the Outlast 2 streams, which God save me. And then other than that, I mean, my streams have been really just a variety of things. I wear a lot of hats over here, apparently. So tomorrow, I put the announcement on Discord, but tomorrow I will be streaming Insurgency Sandstorm at 6 p.m. EST. After that, we may cycle back over to a Hell Let Loose stream. And then after that, we will cycle back probably to Insurgency again. I'm trying to give variety so that way we're not going to get burnt out and then I'm stuck trying to find us a new game.
Right.
Sure.
I got to keep the variety fresh, at least until I can get my setup situation figured out.
Except on Mondays when we'll just be there for support in the back.
Yeah, Mondays, y'all get to turn the phone away or hide behind a blanket or walk away from your phone. I have to live that shit.
Have fun, fucker.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll support you from afar.
You're right.
Yep.
Love ya from over here.
Yep.
No, that's awesome. And those are exciting. And, you know, I'm the same way. I can never pick a game. I'm all over the place. So anytime you come into a Dado stream, you never know what you're going to get. So
Certainly.
just stay tuned there.
Yeah, I try to
I'm a
keep all you
baseball
guys.
streamer.
Oh, yeah.
According to Alan
I'm
and the viewers.
currently scrolling through Game Pass right now to find another game.
That was like the most views I had when I played baseball.
Oh, really?
This time, yeah.
You're a
I was like,
baseball
all right.
streamer, Gabs. Sorry.
Well, this is it. This is my life now.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't choose this life. It chose me.
It's all good. Streams are all fun, and it doesn't matter what you stream. And for the guys and gals that have come to me, asked me, "Hey, Dado, how did you get into streaming, and what do you do?" And I just say, play what makes you happy. Play what makes you have fun, because that's entertaining to us out there. So if you're listening and you're thinking about getting into streaming, that's the biggest advice that I have for you there. And as we look to round out the podcast here, we do have one last question. This is a question that we ask every guest. So Phantom, I hope you're prepared. As we close out the podcast with you, we always want to ask, if you had to tell your younger self, shut up, Flinty, what something that would make you think, or something that you wish you knew now, or your younger you wish you knew now, what would it be?
Be a better person. Something I would urge everybody, myself, you guys, people who watch, just be a better person. You know, and the times that we live in right now, while the world is trying to tear itself apart, just take 5 minutes out of your day to put a little bit of it back together. And to second that, just chase your dreams, man. You know, just if you have a dream and you want that dream to be successful, you got to put in the effort to do it. And
100%.
it all starts with us. It all starts with you, the person. You are the starting key that turns that ignition to start that journey.
100%. I couldn't have said it better. And we hope that you all enjoyed hanging out with us tonight. Myself, Gabs, Flinty, and our special guest Phantom. Make sure you go check these boys out on Twitch. You got the baseball streamer Gabs. Flinty's getting new into streaming. Make sure you go give him some support. He doesn't know what the hell he's going to do yet, but that's all right.
I think I do.
And make sure that you go and hang out with Phantom. He's got some really cool shit coming out. And I know I'm excited about the YouTube uploads. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next episode. Love you. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.